Welcome to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. I'm your host, Keisha. I've got producer James here in the studio.
Hey.
And guys, we are literally days away from celebrating our 10th wedding anniversary.
Oh.
I know, I'm pretty sure between my family and your family, people had placed bets that we would not last this long.
Probably so.
I think they thought she's going to kill him
That was probably the first thought.
or he's going to get sick of her shit and leave her.
I don't think anybody thought that.
Oh, my mother does.
Does or did?
She does all the time.
Oh. That's only because she just does not know how much I love you.
Well, she thinks, and I don't know if this is old school thinking or what it is. Since the simple fact that I'm not very domesticated, she thinks one day he's going to walk in and the dishes aren't going to be clean. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm marrying another white woman.
So what's funny is the word domesticated
Yeah.
or domestic both kind of work for you. You're not domestic.
But I believe in domestic violence.
Right, but you're also not domesticated.
No,
You're
not
still
at all.
pretty goddamn wild.
I'm like a wild alley cat. I do what I want to do when I want to do it, and I just don't fuck around. And no, I'm not Susie Homemaker.
I didn't marry you for that. I
Thank
knew
God.
what you were.
Yeah, because I tried to fake it for a little while, like, oh, I can be, him coming home every day to a home cooked meal. I mean, because I'm a trap queen. That's how you trap a man up. You make him think this is what he's going to get. As soon as he puts the ring on, I'm like, ha-ha, motherfucker, ha-ha. Got you. You played yourself.
Nope, you've been the same all the way through, and that's what I love.
So I saw today, I think it was in People magazine, that this 91-year-old billionaire, and that is million with a B.
That's 1,000,000 times 1,000.
Yeah, he just died 2 months after marrying his 42-year-old wife. Bitch, she understood the assignment, and she says, I got this. I got it.
Do you think she actually ever had to fuck that guy?
Ooh, she probably just had to show him her booty hole, and that was it.
He just kind of flopped it while she stood there naked.
Yes, it is. And she said, sign my name right here. She probably did it like when you're teaching a child how to write their name and you do the little dot, 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 dot in the shape of their, the letters of their
Right.
name. That's probably
dots.
what the signature looks like when he's signing over everything to her.
Or just a shaky X.
Yeah.
Just,
This is how you do it, ladies. Like when you have gone through men, they ain't been about shit. Or if you married for love once, and I'll even say twice, because people seem to get married twice a lot.
Yeah.
You married twice for love. The only thing he gave you was some big-headed ass kids. I mean, next time, marry straight for money. I don't see anything wrong in that.
I mean, I guess here's the thing. If everybody consents and everyone knows it's all about the money, then it's okay. But I still think if somebody's acting like they love somebody, but it's really for the money, then it's disingenuous and it's a lie.
No,
To me, it is.
no. I think if you're 91 and this person is blonde, blue eyes, and 42, you know damn well she does not love your old wrinkly ass. You look like a walking ball sack.
That's like some Anna Nicole Smith shit.
Yes, that is. And I, a long time ago, I would have been like, oh, that's so mean. That's so wrong. That shit is smart. She can live a whole nother lifetime.
Yeah.
And behind her name will be the word billionaire.
And how angry are those billionaires that do that? Mm-hmm. How pissed off are their kids and their grandkids every time that happens?
That's not my problem because we're not related.
Yeah.
That step meant
Y'all out of the
once
loop.
he died, I stepped away. That's what
the
step
step part.
means. Yes.
I step up, then step
Step
out.
down. I'm out. Whatever he left y'all, that was up to him. That don't have shit to do with me. I just know what he left me. That's my only concern.
None of y'all let him see your booty hole, so y'all don't get
Oh,
anything.
well. If you're a friend of the Libra Lounge, which I hope that you are, it is time for the gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
Oh boy. Gypsy Rose, not only is she procreating,
Ugh.
ugh,
And that's what
ugh,
she does. She
she
procreates.
procreates. She's gonna have a whole possum kingdom of kids looking like little possums and shit. They're gonna be she's gonna be walking down the street with little possum babies all over her, just
Just hanging off her.
disgusting. Yeah, long fucking noses and bird beak nose, like half possum, half bird, because that is a fucking beak on her face.
Yeah, it is.
So she just did her gender reveal, and it's a girl,
What is she?
James.
Oh, the baby.
The
Sorry.
baby is a girl. Yes.
Sorry.
And I'm just thinking, Dee Dee Jr. Dee Dee said, you about to pay some reparations. You not only because some people believe that Gypsy was in on the plan with scheming people with her mom. I don't know if that's true or not, but regardless if she was or was not, she did not have to have that woman killed
No.
at all. So Dee Dee was like, Jesus, I know you don't want me up here right now, but, can you do me this one little favor? Because I think everyone can ask for a favor from the Lord. That's what I think.
Sure.
Nothing wrong with that. Doesn't mean he's going to grant it. But Dee Dee was like, just give her a girl. Give her a girl with my psychopathic mind, a bird beak for a nose, and silver teeth. I want the baby to come out with silver gums. Because, Gypsy has all those, she had all those damn silver teeth. Mm-hmm. The baby's going to come out with a full grill. And I'm just like, I can hear now, girl. I'm going to name her Little Dee Dee because I love my mom so much. And this is because, this reminds me of my mom, and my man wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. And because she always looks like she needs to slurp up her spit.
Yep.
That is what she sounds like. Like that kid is not going to even come out crying. It's going to be scared to death. It's scared to death in utero.
So to come out squawking.
In utero, it is already watching all the documentaries and Dateline NBC episodes about the mom. And that baby's like, okay, so I need to come out, potty train, know how to cook my own food. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to come out with no feelings at all. I'm just going to be just a
I
little.
need to come out and walk home
I need to come
to a
out.
home I just bought.
I need to come out and put myself up for adoption immediately.
Emancipate after day one.
After day one. And I think the courts would approve that just based off of who the mom is.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to probably name her kid something weird like Wild Rose, Gypsy,
Desert Rose.
Dandelion in the Sun, Louisiana Sunflower, because they're from the Lou. What else ridiculousness is she going? I feel so bad for this child.
Inspirational hope.
Inspirational hope on a stick.
Rose.
Flower Child Moon. And she's
Flower
going to
Child Moon.
overdo it.
Flower Child Moon Dust.
Gypsy Lee or something crazy. I mean, she's
Wait a minute.
something stupid. Yeah.
Lee's not a terrible nickname. I mean, a middle name.
No. It's the hyphenated first name.
Yeah. Hyphens
Yeah.
are terrible.
Yeah, Gypsy Lee, and she's going to spell it LeeleighNLY. She's going to give it all the Lees. Yeah, it's just going to be like a shit show. Some people just don't need kids. And I think she's one of them. Like, this girl came straight out of prison and took 0 breaks.
Right.
And I'm thinking, first of all, this is what I would have done. I think I may have mentioned this before. I would have hid out for a year, and everyone still wants to get that interview with her. She probably could have got like $500,000 for one big major interview.
Yeah. Maybe.
I think so. Everyone wants to hear Gypsy's story. But no, she just will not shut the fuck up at all.
No.
It's like, we watched all the documentaries. What else we just want to know, did your mom really do this shit or not? Because,
Right.
The documentaries all say that she did, but what really was going down in that household?
Yeah, we need the real story once.
That's it. We don't need this TV show,
No.
Love After Lockup, Gypsy Rose.
No.
I don't need to know about how you fucked your husband and you have to lift up his belly to see his penis. I don't need to know how you were fucking two guys at the same time. I don't need to know that your one husband was a food hoarder. We could already tell by his waistline. Like, just certain things we just could have.
I don't care. I don't
You just
care
don't
what her
care.
life is like now. I only care about what happened to her, and then she can disappear.
You know, I watched her. I was scrolling through TikTok, and she was doing a get ready with me, which is when girls, go through the process of doing their makeup, their hair, picking out their clothes. I've never seen someone do their makeup for 55.7 minutes and look exactly the same way they did when they started. I'm like, all that product, and you still look like that?
In the same bird bath.
Yeah, I'm like, bitch, you didn't even contour that beak. Like, it still looks like a beak. You could have contoured it to look like a nose, but you didn't even do that. Like, you didn't put any lashes on. You didn't, like, draw like an eyelid because she does not have eyelids at all. I'm like, and she did a speed version of it. She sped it up. You know how you can make the video go faster?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this was a waste of my fucking time that I sat here and did this. And I really was thinking, oh, she about to do something. Because
Why would you think she was about to do something?
because it was probably midnight 30 and I'd taken 2 trazodones and had lost half my mind and thought,
Oh, wow, this could be good.
this might be good. She might be about to really do something, but she did nothing. And I just felt,
Couldn't even peacock it.
yeah, she just, she could have made that bird into a fucking peacock.
Yeah, nope.
No, she came out still looking like a fucking penguin.
Like a duck.
Yeah, I'm
Like
just
a
like,
fucking-
oh man, she's just in the bird family. Like, we're gonna name that girl's gonna be every type of bird by the time we're done with this episode. So, this is an interesting story, and this poor guy is getting lots of flack. But you know me, whenever a person is getting lots of flack about something, I really try to see it from their point of view, and I don't blame them. So this is in People magazine. A man leaves his vacation to Italy after his mother-in-law uses his toothpaste. Like, he left the family there. Why do you look like that?
Used his toothpaste?
Yeah,
Not the toothbrush,
the toothpaste.
the paste. The thing in the tube that
Yeah.
comes out when you squeeze it.
Yeah, so let me give you more of the story.
Please.
So a husband tells his wife, because his wife has been wanting to go to Italy, like that's her dream vacation. So he's like, I'm going to take you, we're going to take our daughter, we're going to have a great time. We're going to be like Instagram, this is about my life, Instagram photos, because we're really eating noodles that are in that big cheese bowl thing that the Italians swirl around to get the cheese all up on the noodles and stuff like that. He's like, we're going to be vacationing like that. So when the wife tells her mom was like, oh, well, that's my dream vacation too.
Okay, now we got this.
Now,
Okay,
now,
we
now,
got it.
now we're getting more. So as a husband, when he found out about that, he should have said, bet. So when we get back from our trip, we're going to tell you all the spots to hit. We're going to tell you what hotel we stayed in. We're going to
the
tell you
whole
where we went
list of reviews.
shopping. We're going to tell you about, you want us to bring you back some Italian chocolate? We can do that. Bet. No problem. We're going to tell you about all the restaurants we saw. We're going to tell you about, what's famous in Italy. Like,
Oh, pretty much everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
The entire country.
so when you go on your own,
When you go, you'll have a great
on
time.
your own, you will have a fabulous time, and you don't even have to look up how to do anything. We will
Don't even
give you
think
our
about it.
itinerary.
We'll plan it for you.
Yes.
And send you.
So who do you think goes on the vacation?
Oh, man.
The mother-in-law.
So that's where it starts.
It starts right there.
Okay.
So she buys her plane ticket, but instead of doing her own shit, the mother-in-law and the daughter book a one-room. I'm assuming it's like a suite.
Yeah.
But they are in one bedroom with two queen-size beds.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, so what goes from being like a family, husband, wife, kid thing, where I'm sure the kids would have been in some other room.
The kid, yeah, it was one kid, so maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but you want to have some fun
Yes.
in Italy. But no, now your mother-in-law invites herself, and now she's in the same room as y'all. Yeah, so the toothpaste was just the icing on the shit cake.
Well, there's more.
Oh, I bet. I'm sure.
So,
Mother-in-laws never just come with one thing.
don't I know? Anywho, so we're not going to even start that shit off because
Wow.
you ruined the whole trip just by even saying mother-in-law to me. I'm like, see, you done got me in a wrong frame of mind. I don't even want to go. Like, no, stop it. So he's upset because the mother-in-law is using all of their stuff. So he says that the mother-in-law is using all of his wife's expensive skincare,
Oh.
like the lotions and things that the two of them share, toothpaste, like anything that a couple could shampoo that they are sharing, the mother-in-law is now using too.
So she didn't bring her own stuff, it sounds like. Or she's just mooching off of them.
And that's what his issue was. Is this
Okay.
basically she's mooching off of us. And she's not paying for anything.
Oh.
And so the husband, he also said this, like whenever she goes to look for something, like if it's in their suitcase, she still goes looking through their suitcases
stuff.
to find stuff. Like, I don't
So
like
no
that.
boundaries.
Yeah. So he tells his wife, he's like, I don't like this. Like, this is an invasion of my privacy. She's always sitting on our bed. Like, no, like I feel like if the mother-in-law went, she should have been like, you know what, if you guys want to go out and have a day to yourselves, I'll stay back with my granddaughter. We can go do something. I want you guys to really enjoy this and not feel like I've got to tag along everywhere. So the shit really hit the roof whenever he found out that the mother-in-law was using the toothpaste. That did it. And you know what? I got to agree with him.
Well, after all that, yeah.
Well, even just that. Because you're like, well, not the toothbrush. Yeah, but the toothpaste hole usually touches the bristle on the toothbrush. That's gross and disgusting. I don't want to share my toothpaste with anyone. No, I don't want whatever like breadcrumb that may have come off your tooth and stuck to your toothbrush bristle a little bit to get on my tube of toothpaste when you're spreading it on your toothbrush.
Your pristine virgin toothpaste bottle.
I think that is like very private. I think that is almost like someone sharing your tampon. It's gross and
no, it's
disgusting.
nothing like that at
To
all.
me, it is.
Wow.
Yes, I think it's gross, disgusting. It's over the top. I know. I feel like it's a total invasion of privacy.
By the way, please tell me tampon sharing is not a thing.
Oh my God. Yeah, I hope no, but
Okay. I hope
look
you
at the
just-
world that we're living
I
in
hope
now.
you just made that up.
Ugh, I bet you someone's going to message us say, well, I did that one time I was on vacation. Me and my I'm like, bitch, stop.
Me and my mother-in-law.
Yeah. I don't blame this guy. That would have set me all the way off. I would not have left a letter. I would have he changed his flight so that he could go home early. And he said he tried to talk to his wife and say, I'm not happy about these things. And she didn't. Then she went and told the mother-in-law.
Oh, no.
No. So he says that he left, and since he's left, his wife has just been calling him screaming. First of all, you don't need to answer the phone for that hoe, because that hoe set you up for failure that whole goddamn trip. She went on that trip and said, fuck you, this me and my mom and our daughter's trip. You know what I mean? Like, no respect to the husband. Yep. And he kept reminding her, I am actually paying for all of this.
Yeah,
and they just totally disrespect. Yes, I would have left.
I mean, after hearing everything, all the lead up, I would have said fuck it too. If the wife did nothing to help the situation, if I'm telling you, like, honestly, this is bothering me, I don't feel comfortable with this, and you just basically say, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's
and
wrong.
I would have been that mad, and I don't really travel by myself, so I probably would have rebooked the flight and ended up in Ireland. I don't know, but I needed to get the fuck away from that situation, because to me, you trying to start a fight. Actually, you trying to get divorced when you get back home.
Right.
That's just, there's just certain rules. Like, everyone has a tick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone has their something that
Little
just
pet
sets
peeve,
them.
their
Yeah.
little thing, yeah.
And if your nerves have already been plucked and then someone does that one big pet peeve, that's why there's like so many 2020 episodes, Dateline episodes. There's why there's Snap. That's why you have shows like Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Like, it always takes that one thing, and you're just like, I'm blowing up the whole fucking hotel.
Right.
So I get it. I'm that way about gum. Like, when people, I don't like to see it. I don't like to smell it. I don't like when people put it on like plates or
Folks, she's like those people. You ever used to watch like Maury Povich
Yes.
or Springer when they do like the
Yes.
Face Your Fear episode?
Yes.
That's how she is with gum. Like somebody
Yeah.
who would just literally get up, scream, and run away.
Yeah, like it is very disgusting to me. It is just like it takes me to an outer body experience of anger and disgust. Like I
Right.
think it's just so I understand this guy. I don't know why people are giving him a hard time. He tried to
Because he
change this.
abandoned his family in Italy.
Well, they had plane tickets home. They
well.
had their passports. Now it would have been fucked up if he would have left them there and he's like, "Ha ha, I got y'all's passports too."
Well, that would have been, yeah, that would have
Yeah, that would have been. But he took himself out of a situation that he knew was only going to escalate.
yeah.
I think that's pretty fucking
I mean,
mature.
at some point, you have to say, this isn't, I got to get out of here.
Yeah,
Period.
I agree. So kudos to you, sir. And I hope the next time you go on vacation, you don't take your bitch ass
With your new
disrespectful
wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's never going to hear the hearing.
Oh
And-
no,
oh my God.
no. So before we go into this commercial break, I want to remind you guys to follow us on Instagram and on Facebook. You can find our podcast on basically anywhere you can listen to a podcast. We'd love it if you shared our podcast with your friends, and also leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. And we have a very special guest up for our next segment.
The Libra Lounge with Keisha. The Libra Lounge with Keisha.
Welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast. I've got an extra special guest here with me. I've got Kimberly of A Date with Dateline, a hugely popular show, way more popular than my little podcast is by
Stop it.
far.
Stop
By
that.
far. You guys do excellent work. Do you want to give them just a breakdown of the podcast real quick?
Well, we just do snarky recaps of Dateline episodes, but I was listening to you the other day laughing my butt off. And so
Oh, Jesus.
I was
boy.
truly enjoying it. I don't feel like I need to watch The Surreal Life because you broke it down so excellently. Although it sounds like Macy Gray has lost her mind.
I'm not sure she ever
Had
had
it?
her mind. There's a new episode coming on tonight. I cannot wait to see what she does. I hope that she has, invested in some Miralax so she can go to the restroom.
Poor girl.
I know. I'm just like, why are they just not giving her something to help her go? But they probably couldn't because there's so much cocaine, weed, and pizza in her system. They were like, you got to stop these things first before we can get things to flow well for you over here.
I feel
So
her problems, IBS issues.
me
Hot
too.
IBS summer.
I have IBS-C, which people are like, C. I'm like, yes, it comes with constipation. It's super weird. We've talked about it on the show. I had a hard time there in the beginning, but I think we're okay now.
Good.
How to say that? Yes,
Good.
yes. So everyone so greatly enjoyed our recap of Mama June. You have no idea how many messages I received
Aw.
about us doing it again. And I kid you not, as soon as the season wrapped up, I started back getting messages like, when are you and Kimberly going to record? Are you and Kimberly going to, I can't wait to hear what you and Kimberly have to say about this. But I guess I need to probably text Kimberly.
I'm so flattered. Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
This is
true story.
This is my joy. I sound like an MLM person. This is my joy to talk about horrible people on TV with Keisha. I'm so excited. And thank you for being patient. I just moved and when I was watching TV, I needed it to be things I didn't have to look at the screen. I could like play games on my phone.
Yes.
I
get it.
And
I
so
get it. Yes.
I could not watch Death. I was like, I need to focus on Death. I felt bad watching Death
I get it.
and playing games on my phone at the same time. It felt disrespectful.
I will say this. This is like the second one of my shows that I watch that there was a death coming up. It was last season. It was on the last season of 1,000 Pound Sisters. So it kind of makes us like, well, how do I recap this?
Yeah.
Because we are dealing with the person's death, but then we realize the people that we're dealing with and how they will take a totally sensitive, gut-wrenching situation and turn it right back into white trash, hillbilly trash.
I will say, On that note, yes, that was very sad on Thousand Pound Sisters. I also watched that show.
Yes.
I watch a lot of 90 Day Fiance, and
Hmm.
I watch all of it. I shouldn't say a little. I watch all of it. And I've always noticed that wedding attire is very
Hmm.
different in certain places in the country than where I live. And after
Hmm.
watching this season, I've noticed that funeral attire is also quite
Yes.
different.
Hmm.
I think Pumpkin
Hmm.
was wearing jeans and Eldridge was wearing a trucker hat, but I kind of loved it. And it made me think when I go, I want people to be comfortable. I don't want anyone having to buy a new outfit. I don't want
Hmm.
anyone to be wearing like tummy control
Hmm.
tights. That's horrid.
Hmm.
No, be comfortable.
So when I saw how these people showed up to the funeral, my mouth hit the floor.
Yeah.
There is a such thing as comfort, but this was like, let me throw on clothes real quick and
Yeah.
run to HEB early in the morning before anyone else is there and sees me.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
I'm
So I
surprised
was,
Pumpkin wasn't in those really tight biker shorts that she's so fond of.
because she dressed up for the occasion.
She put on pants. They were
Yeah, she
jeans,
put on
but they were
pants.
pants.
There was like, okay, so in the Black community, a funeral is like really over the top.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I really don't do funerals because I'm the person like it will be like someone else's dad or mom and I'm in the background crying. Like someone's like, is that like the child that we didn't know about back there? Can someone get her under control? Like
She's appropriating the
I feel.
sadness here. It's not her place to be feeling
Yes, like
sad.
exactly. They're like she's on the floor, like sobbing. So I don't. But Black people, it is like new outfit.
Yeah.
It's the best of. You're gonna have on your Spanx, your girdle, your
Yeah.
heels, a hat, makeup. You have to go get your
Yeah.
hair done, your makeup
It's a
done.
social
So
event.
it is a social event. And then when I saw this, I'm like, well, I'll be goddamn. I thought this is even bad for June. I expected more
Yeah.
from June and her children.
I always do, and I'm let down every season. Why do I keep falling for it?
I don't know. So, the season started off with how it ended last season. We're still fighting over Alana's Coogan account.
Yeah. Also,
You know-
it's still the same season, like online, like the numbers. Why? I can't. It's so confusing. It's love
It's
after
very
lockup.
confusing.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So I was like, why have they had on these same confessional outfits for
Yeah.
the last 4 seasons in a row?
Uh-huh.
It's
Pumpkin
just
has
it's
the
kind
red
of weird.
lipstick and
Yes,
that
she
top with the
does.
cutout. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what's going on? So we're fighting about this Coogan account. June's being an asshole. She doesn't want to pay Alana back. And personally, I think she owes Alana more than the $35,000.
That's not even close to how much she
No,
owes her.
no.
Let's
I
get
think
a
this is
pain and suffering amount in there too.
yeah. I mean, because where's the honey boo boo money at?
Yep.
Where that was on for
Mhm.
years, and then all the years that they were on, Mama June from Hot to Not,
Mhm.
Family Crisis, Family Reunion, all of them.
All
There's
of the house money that she sold, the $500,000 bag of crack or
yes,
that classic
yeah.
line that Pumpkin said.
You sold your house for crack.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, she actually.
Yeah, no, I wrote down. You lost $500,000 to a bag of fucking crack, bitch.
Yeah.
So she owes her, I think, $500,000 at least.
If I'm gonna say, I think if you add up everything and if you split the house between all the girls and June, maybe around $200,000 at least.
At least, yeah.
But she ain't gonna see any of that money. So we're fighting about the Coogan account, and I don't know how many seasons we're going to have to watch Justin threaten to leave June if she doesn't do something.
I need him. I'm rooting for him. I saw how good he was with Anna. I thought he has a future career as a hospice worker. Just break up with June. He seems to have, I could be wrong. There's probably stuff going on in the background that I don't know about. Like we talked about last time. Maybe he's a shady scammer too. but in my mind, he has a good heart, and
Yes.
he's paired with one of the worst narcissists I've ever seen.
Yeah, she's
And
a
again,
true
I watch Dateline for a living.
Yeah, so you know. Well, the funny thing is that he keeps threatening to leave,
Yeah,
but then reality sets in. It's like he has nowhere to go.
right.
He can't even take the car because it's her car,
Mm-hmm.
and he has no money. It's just
Yeah.
like an empty threat because he has nowhere to go.
Can he go live with Mama Dukes? Because she seems great.
And maybe she's like, I love you, son, but you
But
can't
no.
come live with
Yeah.
me. Yeah. She's
Mhm.
like, I've had enough of your shit. And I love the way that he is with June's kids, but I'm like, what about your kids?
Is he fighting to get them back? That marrying June was probably not the right move if you're trying to win your kids back.
Yeah, because if I were the baby mama, I'm like, there's no way in hell my
Mm-mm.
children are going over to have sketty with June Shannon.
No,
No thanks. No. My children like ragu. They
Are
don't like
his
sketty.
kids young?
That I don't know.
How old is he?
Ooh,
It's hard to tell with the drugs
hard
and
to
the
tell.
teeth. It's very
He may
hard to
be
tell.
21.
Yeah, you never know.
You just if I had to guess, he's in his late 30s to early
That's
40s.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But then again, June and I are the exact same age.
I think I'm older than you.
She has lived a really hard life.
A really
Like
hard life.
from the time of birth to look
Mhm.
that way. Like it's insane. So we get to a scene, and this was just like one of those moments I'm like, this bitch. So Justin has gone off to have, breakfast with his mom, and June's like opening packages, smelling candles and stuff like that, right? And so Anna calls her and she's like, I need you. She's like, well, you're interrupting my candle smelling time. I'm like, she goes, what do you want? I don't know. Perhaps I have cancer and there's something wrong with me. I may need you to cook me a meal. But in true June Shannon fashion, she's like, what do you want? Why do you need to go to the hospital? She irks my nerves. So then we're starting to see, the progression of Anna's cancer. And I don't know about you, but I feel as though Anna never ever fully either accepted her diagnosis or she wasn't listening to the doctors when they were telling her how bad it was getting. Because there was at one point when they told her that, the cancer had come back, and she's like, well, I have been eating sugar. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God. Yeah. And the
oh,
doctor
no.
goes, I don't think that's what did it.
But like some people
Yeah.
who like have never Googled cancer before,
Mhm.
they think that.
Mhm.
Like you feed sugar to cancer and it grows. And I'm like, no, that is how fat cells grow.
Mhm.
It's not how
Mhm.
cancer cells grow at all. So
I mean, maybe it does, and I don't know, but I don't think that's what was happening here. She had a
No.
very aggressive cancer.
A very rare form of aggressive cancer. And, even just last season, she was thinking, well, I've got time to at least get my girls through high school. And I'm like,
Oh my God. No, you're not even in the ballpark.
no. I was like,
It's hard
oh
watching someone
boy.
in denial.
Yeah. And it's really hard watching someone who is fighting a battle and they have to depend on June for anything. So June and Justin start helping out by taking the kids to and from school.
Okay.
And I'm just like, is that all?
There has to
y'all
be
are
more.
gonna do? But I mean, that's a start.
Again, the amount that June owes these children
Yes, she does.
of
Yeah.
years of the things Anna went through that
Yeah.
are horrible that she put her through, that I can't believe she's even talking to June, let alone entrusting her children with June after what she went
Yeah.
through when she was a child because of
Yeah.
June.
And do you remember, there was one point where Anna sued June
Mm-hmm.
for her money that she didn't give her from being on the TV show. So, I honestly think, so whenever Anna popped back up at June and Justin's engagement party,
Yeah.
so she already knew she was sick. I honestly, in my gut, feel as though she came back because she knew she was sick and she needed to make some money.
I mean, I don't blame her.
Mm-mm.
I want to think it's because she knew she wanted to like reconcile with the family and be
Mhm.
around family, but I think why not get on the
Yeah.
show and make some money for the kids? Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would do. So, now they're starting a new treatment for Anna because the chemo, the radiation, none of that's working. And so I
Mhm.
think she's going to start, what is it, like an immuno
Mhm.
booster drug?
Yeah.
I mean, and I think at this point, her doctors have already probably tried to prepare her that there's really nothing else we can do. We can
Yeah.
try this,
Yeah, I
but
wonder if there were any clinical trials or something. She's so young.
oh, yeah, very, very young. But she stayed sassy all the way into the
Absolutely.
bitter end because when she was making fun of June's toenails,
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
yeah,
But you have
yeah,
to laugh at
you have to.
horrible things.
Just-
But did you feel weird or icky watching this? Do you feel like she was fully aware and able to give consent for the cameras to film these final moments?
So, I get on the TikTok and I was watching Anna and the family while she was still alive on TikTok. And they did discuss that Anna did indeed want them to continue filming. She wanted them to film everything.
Okay.
Again, I don't know if that's because she wanted to make as much money as she
Right.
could all the way into the end for her girls. I have no idea. But she most definitely did want them to film everything.
I mean, I hope it was educational for people and
Yeah.
encourage them to get their affairs in order.
Yes. Most because she was just in, I don't know, maybe it was she's just was in denial of the time that she had, but I don't get it.
She left a clusterfuck. Maybe
She did.
that was a final FU to June,
Yeah, fuck you. Now you got to deal with all this
but she
bullshit,
wouldn't
and
do
it's
that
not
to
even.
her children. But like,
I know
it's yeah, I think she was just in denial. She felt like
she
signing
had
it
to be.
was it.
This is it. This is well, and I think that she was really holding out hope that Eldridge, her husband,
Mm-hmm.
would sign the paperwork to not adopt Caitlin, but be her guardian. Which I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to. Why didn't he adopt her anyway? Because her dad is non-existent.
Right.
But something I don't know why I don't know why they didn't. I don't know. She was waiting for him to sign the papers for guardianship, but he just never did.
That's so weird.
It was very weird. And I'm like thinking, is this guy like, there's no way I'm going to be able to raise this teenage girl
Right.
by myself?
Or he didn't want to
Um,
accept that Anna was really leaving, so it was like
I think so too. Yeah.
denial on his
Which
part.
we get it. I mean, we all have to sit down and kind of. No one likes to do it, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've even done it around here. Like, let's get our affairs in order, mostly so that if something happens, our family aren't cussing each other out, fighting over who
Yes.
gets what and what do we do with the
Yes.
body. And this is it's a business basically. You do it and then you go on about your life.
I feel like you do it to prevent a Dateline from happening because the
Exactly.
amount of Datelines that happen over custody
Mm-hmm.
and divorce proceedings is
Mm-hmm.
shocking. So
Wow.
get it all in writing, decide, make it as peaceful as possible so no one's killing each other.
Yeah, because if you kill each other, you get on Dateline, and then Kimberly will have
Hmm.
to cover that episode and break it down for
And
all
then
of
I'll
us.
talk about your dumb facial hair and your fake tears when the police are questioning you.
That's
And
so
I'll mock
well.
you mercilessly.
Well, speaking of facial hair, something happened this season that we have talked about. My mom has talked to me about it for years, and I've told my daughter about it as well.
I know.
So when
I've seen it.
Anna had the mustache,
Yeah, I saw it.
I was like, no. Like every woman needs to have an agreement with another woman.
Yes.
Look, and I've told my kid, my mom has told me, if I am laid up somewhere, I need for you to make sure my mustache is shaved, I am fully plucked, put some kind of lip balm on my lips, and don't let
Mhm.
me sit around being ashy.
Yep.
Yes.
I heard you talking in the last episode about things you have to tell your kids. like the
Mm-hmm.
5 things when they go to kindergarten. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel
Yeah.
like if you see an adult that you love and respect with like weird stray
Yeah.
hairs coming out of their cheeks, because that
Yes.
happens, or a
Yeah.
mustache, just call them over, whisper it
Yes.
politely.
That's what you do.
You have a
Yeah.
mustache. I
Yes.
was glad
And
she addressed it though and took care of it.
too. Yes, but I felt so bad that like June was going, but then again, it's June.
Yeah.
Was going over there every day and
And not
not
doing
saying,
anything about it. Yeah.
let me dab a little nair on there for you and help
Mm-hmm.
you. But it's
Camera
June.
crew's
It's
coming
June.
over. Let me just real
Exactly.
quick.
She's still being filmed.
Yeah.
So we get to a point where Anna's just like, I'm gonna have to move in with June.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's pretty bad. But in
That's
the
how desperate
meantime,
you are. Yeah.
yeah, that is how desperate you are. So in the meantime, we've got Draylon, who once again has another court hearing coming up that he didn't know anything about, got lost in the mail. I don't know. And Mama P has to step in last minute to find
Again.
him a lawyer, get them down here. And I'm like, where is his family?
Again. It's shocking to me how
Yeah.
irresponsible this is.
I don't get. He should have never left the state until all of this was just cleared up.
Yeah. Why is it
And,
taking so long?
So when we get to the end, we're gonna talk about the Pumpkin Josh divorce a little bit.
Yeah.
And I found out some information today that includes Draylon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pumpkin's having an affair with Draylon.
Ew! Oh, how about this? Draylon's gonna be the sperm donor for Jessica Diane's baby.
The whole that
Poor
it's all
child.
incestuous. It's all feels very incestuous.
Yes. Okay, so Alana, this poor girl, I don't know how many red eye flights she's had to take this season, coming, to going back and forth between Atlanta and Colorado and trying to study, work, and
I was impressed that every time Pumpkin calls her, she seems to be studying. And I was very happy to hear that. I was like, oh, good. I still feel like if I was in the hospital and she walked in as my nurse, I would switch hospitals. But
whereas I'd be like, hey, honey, boo boo, I've been watching you since Toddlers and Tiaras.
Yeah,
$1
like,
made me holla.
You can stay just for amusement, but I would like a supervisor nurse here as well. Thank you.
So if she walked in and she had those long nails, I'd be like, I most definitely don't want you to do my IV.
No.
Like,
My
are you going to poke the hole with the
catheter?
nails?
No.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no, none of that. So Mama P comes to the rescue. And, this season, Pumpkin just looks worn out.
Mm-hmm.
Just worn out. So much to the point that Josh says, you know what? I got a surprise for you. You're going to go take a baking class. And boy, did she need it, because when they flipped back to last season and she made that cake for Alana's going away party.
No,
that was bad.
It looked like it had an STD or something. It was like.
It did. It looked like an STD on its third round of antibiotics that were not working.
That are not working, yeah.
But she was so excited and she thought that it looked so good.
Was that a box cake as well? Because when she went to the baking class, she said, oh yeah, I love to bake. I'm really good at it. She has all this confidence. And then she reveals that she's been using boxed cakes the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't think that counts.
It doesn't. And here's the thing. I love a good box cake. Okay. There's sometimes I crave a box yellow cake with chocolate icing. But if someone is baking for me,
right,
I need you to do that shit from scratch.
Right. Or just don't maybe think that you can go into a baking business, start your own baking business with the boxed cakes.
Because we've heard her mention quite a few times that she wanted to open like her own bakery.
Yeah. Pumpkins, boxed cakes.
Box cakes and cupcakes.
That's insane. That's like if I started a pizza place and it was Kimberly's Pizzas, and I literally, when someone ordered from me, I called Pizza Hut and I had them deliver it to me, and then I handed it over to someone else. That's the same thing. That's insanity. That people. This speaks to something in that family, the laziness, the self-entitledness. that
Yes.
you think that the gall that you think you could start a company baking using
Yeah.
boxed cakes. I will not get over it. And I love pumpkin,
Yeah. I
but that's
I
insane.
I love pumpkin too, but she did something this season that just turned me off
Mm,
so bad. So we're gonna get in that too. We're like getting up to there. Okay, so now we've got Jess and Cheyenne who, dropped the bomb that they want to have a baby.
hmm
And of all the sperm in this entire world, I'm talking about homeless sperm, crackhead sperm, Olympic gold medalist sperm.
Yeah.
They decide that they want to ask Josh, Pumpkin's husband,
hmm
for his sperm. Why?
I mean, they say it's because he seems healthy. Does he seem healthy?
Where?
He
Where?
He seems like he looks like he's about to have a heart attack at any moment from stress alone and the diet that these people are on.
Yeah.
And that the children are healthy and they're cute. Okay,
I
I
just
guess.
it's very confusing.
It feels like Josh feels like a brother. I kept thinking like I would have flashes like that's your brother, and then I'd be like, no, that's wrong. He's not actually their brother, but it feels like there's a blood relation there because he's been part of the family for so long. So
Yes.
that's what feels strange about it. Some people do things like
Yeah.
that. They carry
Well,
eggs for somebody else in their family and things like that. But this is
yes.
sperm that is.
Some people want to, so that's like if I had a sister
Mm-hmm.
and she could not carry a child or
Mhm.
she needed my egg,
Yeah.
that's fine. We're sisters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So there's a blood relation there.
Mhm.
In this case, you're using your sister's husband's sperm.
Mhm.
That just seems odd to me.
The only other option would be this guy on 90 Day Love in Paradise who is a serial sperm donor and has like 80 children around the world.
Heard
And
about him.
he's disgusting and I think a sociopath. I think his name is Kyle.
Well, should they maybe use his sperm?
I mean, he seems healthier than Josh. He takes a lot of vitamins and eats a lot of
Right.
vegetables.
Josh
But
does not do those things.
neither of those things.
No.
So, but also Kyle might be a sociopath. So you have that running through your DNA.
Just put the baby in therapy immediately. I mean, the baby needs to be in therapy immediately anyway because it's being born into the Shannon family.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a strike against them right there from the jump.
Yeah.
So
I know
yeah.
it's expensive, but I think they might be better with a stranger at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get
How
like
weird would that be?
Ivy League people, geniuses, whatever. You can pick. You're picking
Yeah.
someone who is chosen to be part of this chaos.
I mean, even maybe like the guy who delivered the pizza to you that you sold to someone else.
Uh-huh.
Use his sperm.
He
That may be a
seems
good
great
sperm.
and he's active because he's
He's
walking around
active.
delivering pizzas all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I this one was just weird. So Anna's getting worse. And so apparently Anna's favorite holiday is Christmas. So I know this from watching them on TikTok I was surprised they didn't show this during the season, is that they did do a lot of things. Like they went to, they did like a quick road trip for Anna and they went to like this winter wonderland. Was it a winter wonderland place, like a Christmas place, or was it Disney? I don't know. They took her there.
Good.
Like, and I want to say, within the next week, she passed away.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. So Pumpkin decides, since she went over, and this confused me and ticked me off about Pumpkin. So they go over to Anna's house and they see that she's on oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been on oxygen for like a week or two.
Mm-hmm.
And Pumpkin and Jess had no idea.
Yeah.
So where have y'all been? What have you been doing?
Yeah. Like I get that it might be very hard to watch, but you have to suck it up and you have to do it.
Yeah, because it's like, how did you guys not, are y'all not even talking to her on the phone and she just
Right.
didn't?
Well, also
mention
anytime
it?
June calls, they're still pissed at her, so they do
That's
the like
true too.
what do you want? And then they
Yeah.
have such attitude. And then she's like,
Yeah.
Anna's getting worse. And they're like, oh, that's no good. Sorry
Oh,
for my
yes.
attitude.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
answered the phone.
Yeah, because it's every single time. I don't know why when she calls, she just doesn't start off with Anna's getting worse.
Right.
Like,
She does
that's the
that.
most important part.
It really, really annoys me because I hate talking on the phone. Like, it stresses me out like nobody's business.
Oh,
Somebody
really?
just said they want to call me and talk to me. And I was like, oh, God, can we just text it out, please? Email me. That's better. So they call and they go, what are you doing? What are you doing? Nothing.
Mhm.
What are you sitting on the couch? What are you doing? Like, I don't want people to ask what I'm doing because it's probably something
Oh.
embarrassing or like makes me seem really lazy, or I'm working and I'm clearly
Right.
busy. So don't be so invasive and ask what I'm doing. I don't like that. Just get to the point. Anna's getting worse. Okay.
Yes.
What can we do?
Got it. Yes. We still hate your fucking guts, but
Right.
we'll do whatever for our sister except for come over and check her oxygen tank and make sure her mustache is shaved.
Exactly.
We won't do
When
that.
this started, Pumpkin was taking her to chemo last
Yeah.
season, but not this season.
And you have to wonder, was she only taking her while they were filming?
But then that gives June too much credit, like, because June was clearly there at the end. I don't want to
Yeah.
give June any credit.
Well, even if you give her credit, she's gonna soon fuck it right back up, and
Right,
she's gonna
that's
start
true.
back at a -0 because
Mhm.
it's June. So Pumpkin decides she is going to do this big family Christmas early for Anna. Okay, this is for Anna, who is probably within the last weeks of her life,
Mhm.
who is living with June. She's still trying to figure out what to do with her kids. She can hardly do anything.
Mhm.
And Pumpkin decides it'll be a great idea to do this extravaganza for Christmas at Pumpkin's house.
Yeah.
I felt some kind of way about that.
Well, first of all, it feels a bit like what June does, which is throw money at the problem.
Yes. And it was a lot of money just for the lights.
Just for the lights.
Mhm.
And then what happens later after Anna passes, the exact same thing happens where Pumpkin's like, I don't want to come over. Let's do it at my house.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe because she's in this fake house and she
Yeah.
just wants this fake house to get as much camera time
Right.
as it possibly can.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, why can't we take a tree over to my dying sister's where she is to make her happy? She can look around and there's Christmas everywhere. It's her favorite holiday and make her feel good instead of
Yep.
decorating my own house because I was going to decorate my own house
She
anyway.
can barely move. Like, don't exhaust her
No.
and have her come over. There's several things you could do. While she's napping, you come in really quietly like elves and you decorate the whole
Yes.
place. Or you make it
Yes.
like a big Christmas parade. Like, you all dress up and you're
Yeah.
carrying stuff and you come in and you're blaring music and you have like,
Yeah.
it's like Christmas carolers coming over and you make it like a big
Yes.
surprise.
I
I just
like
got
those
goosebumps.
ideas.
Come on. That would be so good.
Event planning is truly in your history. Like, I think you need to put that on your resume right now.
And I'm a Jew, so I have no affiliation to Christmas whatsoever.
Well, I can't tell because you just rocked it out right
Thank you.
there. So
Really?
she could have done all these
Mhm.
things,
Mhm.
but no, she was being, to me, a little bit selfish.
Yeah,
I hate
because
to
you
say
get
it.
to enjoy those lights all the time now,
Exactly.
and Anna gets to come over for an afternoon.
And then
And
go
it
back
does
home
feel
to
like
June's house.
Right, the
Yeah.
sad recliner leather couches. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like Pumpkin at that moment.
Yeah, I could see it being like a distraction. Like, the family does not deal with their emotions healthily at all.
Mm-mm.
Nor do I. So game recognizes game. But I think that this could be a distraction too. Like, I'm going to make my
Okay.
house so perfect. We're going to do this big thing. When all
Mhm.
Anna would really want is for you to go over and just hang out with her.
Exactly.
Just spend
Yeah.
time with her. That's all she wants.
Yeah. Yeah. I that just went way over Pumpkin's head, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Let me try to blow 10 grand real quick."
But she
You
learned from
know.
June, who, when the
Yeah.
family was pissed at her, would be like, let's go on vacation. I'm paying for the whole thing.
And recent events are making me think that, sometimes it doesn't matter how horrible that parent is and how much you don't want to be like them. Some of it's just genetics.
Yeah.
Like it's just in you and you can't help it at all.
Mhm.
So they're planning this Christmas extravaganza. Of course, June almost fucks it up because she's only supposed to be doing the food. And I got to tell you, every time I hear about June cooking, I think about dog hair. But at the same time, and they don't even have a dog. At the same time, I love it when she talks about how she makes her baked beans because
I
my
was
mouth
literally
waters.
holding my tongue because that's what I wanted.
Mhm.
I wanted the baked bean
Yes.
scene again where they show the
Mm-hmm.
recipe on the screen and
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
basically cans of baked beans and then you add again, it's if I have a pizza company and having
Yes.
Domino's come in and then I'm
Yes.
adding a few ingredients on top and then I'm giving it to someone as my
It's
own.
mine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
mine.
So producer James cannot stand it when she talks about the baked beans. He's like, her ingredients are cans of baked beans.
Right.
And me, being the tacky person that I am, I'm thinking, yum.
Yeah.
She added brown sugar and hamburger meat.
Yeah.
Ooh, that shit sounds so good to me, Kimberly.
Yeah.
You have no idea. I would eat that like, I will open up a can of baked beans and have some rice and some meat, and I will eat that every single day until it's all gone.
I love baked beans. I put mustard
I
on
love
it.
them. Oh, wait, that's new.
Like spicy mustard.
I've never
I
tried that
think that's
before.
one of the ingredients in the canned baked beans, but it's not enough for me. So I put
Okay,
more.
I will have to test that out.
Okay. Let me know.
Okay,
I
spicy
would
mustard.
what if there was a special with June giving her recipes and shopping at the grocery store? I would tape it on my DVR and I would watch it every day.
Oh, I would most definitely watch it.
Yeah.
And I would need for her first recipe to be sketty, which
Yeah.
if you don't know what sketty is, this is way from back when they would make spaghetti, but they would take ketchup and
Mhm.
melted butter
Mhm.
to make the pasta sauce. And
Mhm.
then they would, make their pasta, and to make sure that it was done, they would throw it against the wall
Yeah.
and then they'd mix it all together and they'd have sketty.
That's one of the things that made them famous, I think. That's
Yeah,
one of the
sketty.
things that got people
Yeah.
talking was spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not going to sit here and lie. As disgusting as it sounds, I would take a bite just to test it out.
Oh yeah, I would try it. Yeah.
I mean, you got butter and ketchup. Those are two of my favorite things.
It's like the Americans on 90 Day Fiancé that go to other
Mhm.
places and they don't try the food and they like go, ew, ew. No, you have to be respectful.
You have to,
Going
yes.
to the Shannon's house is like going to
Yeah.
another country and you have to be respectful and
Yes.
try the local cuisine.
It's a third world country at the Shannons. But you
It
do.
is an underdeveloped nation for sure.
Yeah, oh boy, is
Yeah.
it ever. Okay, so this basically, June tries to ruin it. She tries to take over. She brings over. To me, it was a really cute pink Christmas tree.
I thought it was
Over two
adorable.
pumpkins.
Yeah.
I loved it. I'm like, the kids would absolutely love that. But pumpkin, because I hate you for everything in life. I don't want your fucking tree here. Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter anyway, because the hospice nurse basically tells them, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm listening to her. I'm checking her vitals. She's not responding as much. You
Mhm.
guys need to get your family members together to come say goodbye. And I'm
Yeah.
like, holy shit balls. Like, this is really going to happen right now.
Mhm.
So everyone does, even June's mom, who she absolutely hates, she comes over. June did this. June did right by Anna with this.
Mhm.
She allowed for the grandmother who raised Anna
Absolutely.
to come over and spend time with her. And
it seems like they have let go of the pettiness that was being mad at Dodo for not coming to Alana's graduation.
that was the
Remember
stupidest
last
shit.
season?
Yes.
That was the big drama. Like, we're mad
Yeah.
at Dodo.
For
That
not coming
was
to graduation.
so stupid. But like, compared to the sadness of this season, I would
Yeah.
love that sort of drama. Yeah.
Yeah. It personally, to me, I hate a graduation if it's not my child.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's
to
boring.
me,
It's hot.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's hot. I'm like, you're proving to me that you love and respect me by not inviting me to your child's graduation, because
Exactly.
I'm not gonna
Can
want
I
to go.
just get a check? All I want is
Yeah.
a little check in an envelope.
That-
It doesn't
that's
even
it.
need a card.
Yes, that's how I feel about graduation. Some people love graduations, and I'm
Mhm.
just like, go you. So
I mean, in
everyone's
this
over there.
family, it's big. It's like you were
Uh,
raised by Mama
yeah,
June and you graduated college. That's
that's
impressive.
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that you graduated
I mean, high
kindergarten.
school. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but the fact that you passed kindergarten and you
Yeah.
were raised by June Shannon, it's just
Hmm.
like, wow,
Yeah.
like gold medal right there. So everyone, they get Alana on a quick flight. They call her. They're like, you've got to come. Like, if you don't come right now, we don't know. And
Yeah.
so everyone gets there, and I'm not going to drag this out. Everyone says their goodbyes, and then
It
I
did
think,
seem quick. Like we saw Alana saying like, I'm in college, like that was
yes,
really cute.
hmm,
We saw a little bit of Dodo. Yeah. It wasn't
yeah,
too, it was still hard to watch though. It did
it
feel
was,
invasive. Like,
yeah.
but knowing that Anna was okay with it makes me feel better.
And I guess since I knew that beforehand,
Hmm.
I wasn't surprised because I do remember on TikTok they had said, I want to say the night that she died, or maybe it was the night before, she had told them she wanted steak really, really, really bad. And so Pumpkin and Alana ran out to get her a steak. And they said by the time they were like, if this is going to be her last meal, yeah, we're going to go get the steak. And when they got there, I mean, she wasn't even thinking about the steak at all. She
Oh,
totally
yeah.
forgot. And so I think I was kind of prepared
Right.
for some of this. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anna passes away. And then we have the funeral. I'm trying to think of a name for this kind of funeral because I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
What's interesting is it seemed to be like a camera mounted in the back of the church,
Of
like
course,
security footage.
it's June Shannon's family was going to be there. Anything could have happened.
But like, why were the actual camera crews not there?
Oh,
Because on my
I
big
didn't notice that.
fabulous life, my big fat fabulous life,
Uh-huh.
her mom died and the whole funeral was filmed by TLC. And people were very mad, but she was like, well, all of America loved my mom. She was America's mom, which is because she's so.
That's not true,
That's
but we
not
love
true,
that.
but okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So they filmed the whole thing.
That I didn't even notice that about Anna's wedding. I mean, funeral, because I remember them saying that it was going to be kind of public if
Right, they
people wanted to
invited
come.
yeah, but then, like, because the reason I noticed because I wanted to get a better look at the outfits, and the camera
Oof.
crews were not, like, up in there, so it was more like a big wide shot, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What are those jeans? What is she wearing?"
And I want to say someone had jeans with rips.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was like the Lord says, "Come as you are."
Mhm. Sure.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
That was just like literally. It looked like they just all got up and
Mhm.
said, "We're gonna go to the Piggly
Right.
Wiggly."
And
That
then
is how
have
they
the
dressed for this girl's
funeral, and
funeral.
then I'm going, to run errands at Target after, or I don't know if Piggly Wiggly is
Yeah,
further right than Target.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Walmart, maybe.
really in shock. Like I was just like, it is June Shannon and her children. So
The People of
they've got the
Walmart
funeral.
website, I don't know if you've ever been on it. People of
Uh-huh.
Walmart.
People of Walmart. What is that?
It is literally photos of people at Walmart. It's people take photos
No.
of the most strange, like somebody has a parrot on their shoulder, somebody's boobs are hanging out, somebody's literally just wearing a thong bikini walking the aisles in Walmart, and the people take photos and they send it to the website. It was
Is that
built
like on
for this
Facebook or
family.
something?
It started, I don't know where it started, but no, it's a whole website, peopleofwalmart.com.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, they would have made the list for
Uh-huh.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I expected for them to like have T-shirts with like Anna's face on them.
Right.
They didn't even do that.
They didn't even do that. No. I would have respected that. That's
Yeah, I was like, okay,
go
yeah, a
on
lot of people do
Zazzle or
that.
Redbubble or something, and
Yeah,
fine.
this was just.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to say not give a fuck, but god damn, it was just.
Mhm.
It was bad. So they have Anna's remains cremated, and then Kylie, who is Anna's youngest daughter, who still has a relationship with her dad, goes eat, like they said, she would go immediately to be with her dad. And then
Yeah.
Caitlin has to go to June because no paperwork has been signed on who gets custody of Caitlin.
I feel like you
So
just have
June
to
has it.
force her. Like at
I
some
know.
point, you
Yeah.
literally like put the pen in her hand.
And I can't believe I'm going to take up for June at all. But I think she wanted to do that, but she just wanted to let Anna be as peaceful as possible and
Yeah.
not force her to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But she really, this is one time she should have been an asshole. It's just like, you've got to sign this paperwork.
Uh-huh.
You just have to. So Caitlin's living with June and Justin. And here we go. Justin is stepping up to the plate. He's sympathizing with her.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of letting her get away with, she's not doing anything too extra.
No, she's
But
not like
he's
smoking
taking it
crack
easy.
out in the back. She just wants
Not at
ice cream
all.
for dinner.
That's it. Give the girl's mom just died. Her sister's gone. She's in June's house. Give her the whole fucking gallon of ice cream. Like,
Fine.
big deal. Yeah.
Start the emotional eating early.
Right now. Yeah. Yeah. Cause she's tiny. So she's got a long way to go before she gets up to the Shannon genes
Yep,
that we all know. So, you know, I don't know if June is struggling, but she's being a bitch to this child. She's yelling at her, do this, do that. I said, do this. And I'm like, bitch, you're barking all these orders from a couch.
From a couch.
From a couch while
Like
Justin's
you
doing
haven't
everything.
gone to jail, lost $500,000 in a bag of fucking crack, bitch. Like,
yeah.
who are you to give these marching orders? And also,
To
your
anybody.
children barely talk to you.
Yeah, it's just like, here's your chance to redeem yourself
Mm-hmm.
from being the shitty parent that you were to your kids, not to mention when you gave up Alana.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your chance to do better with this granddaughter of yours, and you're already fucking up. You're acting like you don't want her in the house.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
And I felt so badly watching it because you
Yeah.
have this girl whose mom just died. She's now
Mhm.
staying at her grandma's house with her grandma's boyfriend and his teeth. And like, it's very
Not-
confusing. She's like pre-puberty. Like,
yeah. Uh-huh.
it's
Mhm.
so horrible. At one point, June says she's going in her woman times, so she needs her woman times things. Like, she's telling her to pack like tampons or whatever. Like, she's in her woman phase or whatever. Like, she says it on national TV, and this girl has to start a new school, and the kids can
Yeah.
see this.
Well, fortunately for the kids, they're like me. They're not gonna know what the fuck woman times were. I was like, what the? Is she talking about her? What? Like, that sounds like something that was in the Bible. Her
Yeah.
woman times.
But she's in her womanhood now. That's what she needs to bring her womanhood stuff.
So she chooses now to be of some level of non-tacky. She
Right.
can't just say a period.
Right.
That's just, oh no, that's just too much for the color
No.
television. Yeah.
Clutch my
Go back to I Love Lucy in the black and white and the couple
Uh-huh.
sleep in separate beds. Her womanhood. I'm like,
That's why
"Dude, shut the
Pumpkin
fuck
had a
up."
baby as like a teenager, right? Because they just
yeah.
say woman times. They don't talk about birth control or anything.
Yeah. I was just like, June, you're such a freaking idiot. So I'm feeling so bad for Caitlin. They take her to school clothes shopping because she's got to go to a new school. And I don't know. June's just like yelling at her. You can't have this. You can't do that. And Justin's like, let her try it on. Calm your ass down. And then he was like, you know what? You're barking all these orders, but you don't do shit at home. He's like,
Yeah.
I do everything and you don't appreciate anything.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know that, there's nothing that he's going to do about it. But in the meantime, we've got Pumpkin who's laying on the couch. I guess she's severely depressed about her sister.
Uh-huh.
But to me, I'd be like, why aren't you going over there to spend time with your niece
Right.
or nieces? But,
Mhm.
everyone grieves in their own special kind of way. So
Uh-huh.
what does Jessica do to cheer up? She comes over there with box cake.
Box cake.
That would make me happy. I'm not going to even sit here and lie.
Sure. Again,
offer me
eat
a
your
box cake?
feelings.
Yeah, you offer me a box cake and I'll give you a kidney. I'm like, even trade right there. So they decided once they get, Anna's remains, they each have like, I want to say some of them, wasn't a necklace. I think June has a necklace.
June has June has the charm on her wrist.
Okay.
Eldridge got a necklace, and then the rest
Okay.
are like crystal figurines. I
Okay.
thought it was
Okay.
fascinating, because Jews do not cremate, so I've never seen that.
Oh.
And so I was like, I really liked it. Like I thought that's very neat that you have something in your house all the time that you can, like, I have a box of my dog's remains, and I think I like it.
Yeah, that's what
Um,
I would want too.
but I also like the spreading. Have you There's this article I read once for this product that I bring up in every conversation that I
Oh
possibly
boy.
am able to, which is
What
it
is
was a
it?
company that was selling custom dildos with
No.
your dead spouse's remains in it. So it's like a crystal or something dildo,
Hmm.
clear, with like ashes inside it. So it reminded me of these crystal things. So you could still have sex with your dead husband. Producer
Kimberly,
James, are you
no.
interested?
Why did you do this? Why?
Because I bring it up in every conversation that it will naturally fit into, and this is the most naturally it's ever fit into a conversation. So I had to.
You know now he's going to look into having this done. Soon as you said it, I said, God damn it. There goes producer James. This is what he's gonna want to have done. Like
Mhm.
for sure. He was just
Mhm.
like, so I can fuck you forever. I was like, not if I throw you away. Oh, so I mean, I love that they did this. I always, because I want to be cremated and I want to be turned into a pair of earrings for Skylar. And
Oh,
I
I
told
love
her so
that.
I
Yeah.
can be in her business forever.
Right,
Like I
right.
want to be right there. I want to hear
In
everything. I
her
want to see
ears
everything.
whispering. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. So this is really sweet, and I don't think none of that stuff is like really cheap either.
No. Mm-mm.
No. So June, in June true fashion, she's like, well, we're going to go to Florida. You know, this is where we used to go vacation. This is where I got married. And we're going to go spread Anna's ashes because she loved the water. But of course, she's got something else up her sleeve. So Justin and the girls get there. And the first thing that happens is there is a vow renewal for June and Justin.
This was insanity. Like my mouth was on the floor. This is such true narcissist behavior that
Hmm.
you have tricked people
Yeah.
into scattering the ashes
Yeah.
of their dear departed sister and
Yeah.
turned it into throwing money to fix your marriage
Uh-huh.
troubles
Yeah.
when all he wants is you to listen to him and value
Yeah.
his input, and you have chosen to plan this without his input at all as a way to
And
fix
he
the problem.
and he had just told you not to go around spending extra money.
Yep.
And here you go spending extra money. I'm like, bitch, are you blind? How do you even see all of this shit to like plan all of this stuff?
Mhm.
Between being half blind and the eyelashes that are like constantly in stages of needing a refill,
Yes.
a new set, and
No.
like they're never just right
Uh-uh.
ever. I'm just like, oh my God. So reluctantly, Justin's like, oh my gosh, what the fuck ever. He basically just goes through with it. And then he's like pissed off. Like he's pissed off. He doesn't want to be around her. They get into an argument. You've got Pumpkin and Jessica ear hustling.
Oh, I
And once
love that.
again, I do too, because I totally would have been up there with
The
the glass
glass
to the wall.
against the door.
Yes,
They say.
listening.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, did you
Wait,
hear
what
that?
did June
you hear
just
that?
say? She said,
Yeah.
I chose drugs over my children for several years, but 3 of those kids were grown. Like that makes it so much better. This
Like
is her
that makes them
defense.
less of your children.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
But that's how she sees the world.
Mhm.
That's just how she sees it. So
Mhm.
Alana gets there and they decide to go on this boat ride to spread the ashes. And I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed the fact that June Shannon was so fucking seasick on this boat, which I should have sympathized with her because I get motion sickness like that. You tell me
Mhm.
to turn around quickly to the left and I'm throwing up because I am. I get nauseous in the car, everything. But watching her, I can't. This too much. I can't do it. I can't. I'm not kidding, y'all. I'm not kidding, y'all. I don't know. We're about to pull over. And
It's
it's
like
cracking me
being
up.
motion sick
Yes.
made her lose her ability to use any of the muscles in her face and her legs. I've never seen that
down.
correlation before. She couldn't form words. She was
No.
like slurring, like she was having some sort of like episode, and her legs just like stopped. They were like, we are no longer legs. So it was her whole body just like so funny. It was
And
just
I
a
don't think,
blob of like
yeah,
limbs flailing.
and her children are all laughing at her.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Zero sympathy. So they finally get into like a part of the ocean where there's not as much turbulence, I guess.
Yeah.
And she's okay. So Kimberly, you know, I believe in short and sweet.
Uh-huh.
But this shit, when they all put her ashes in the water.
Bye, Anna.
Okay, Anna, we miss you. Love you.
Bye. Somebody
that was it.
said, bye, Anna. Okay, 2 words.
It was horrible.
Bye, Anna.
It's just like, so we planned this trip. We get on a plane to go to another state.
Yeah.
To spread ashes. And the only thing that we could think to say was, we love you, Anna.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
There wasn't a see you on the other side.
No. We'll
you're
take
our
care of
guardian angel.
Caitlin. Yeah, you are
Nothing.
an angel. We love you so much. Yeah, you're with us
No.
always. There's so many
Nothing.
things. Mm-mm.
I was just like, these people are the worst people on planet Earth. They really are fucking disgusting, you know? And God bless Anna. God rest her soul. But she was just like them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she was
They
exactly
never
like them.
learned to communicate properly or to like show their emotions. So when they try to do something sentimental, it's like, love you, bitch.
Yeah,
As
it's just,
they're tossing her ashes. Bye, bitch.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just
I
like,
want to know what the very hot guy who works on the boat, who like does this all the time, these sort of ash sport. What was his experience like watching this compared to other groups of family members that he's seen?
I'm willing to bet the moment they stepped on a boat, he's like, I'm not gonna get a tip.
No. No, they don't tip. No.
There's not gonna be a tip. Thank God the dolphin showed up.
Thank God.
I was like, oh, thank you. Like, it's like they got really excited. They're like, that's Anna. We can feel it. That's her. That's her. She's happy. She's at peace. I'm like, okay, so you motherfuckers do care a little bit. I mean, the dolphin showed up in perfect timing. Like, thank you. So,
and then they were just like, okay, it's cold. I'm ready to go
let's
in.
go.
Let's go.
Just like,
can we go eat now?
Really, yeah, box cake is on the menu for tonight. So they get back to the Airbnb. Alana gets some time to talk to June and Justin, and she's like, look, I don't have money for school nor for my rent. I need this money. You owe me this money. I don't want to fight about it. And June finally says, okay, I'll pay you your money back, but I want receipts. I want you to sign something. Like, bitch, that's what you should have been doing when you were stealing money, is having the receipts and shit like that. So
yeah,
I don't think any of us believe she's going to get that money back. But
no, I think she was trying to not be the villain.
In that very moment.
Too late. Yeah, you're just you're just pushing off being the villain until next season.
Because there's going to be a next season. Yeah. There's going to be a next season because they're filming.
Great. Can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait either. So, okay. So, as we all know, Pumpkin and Josh have filed for divorce.
I can't.
So.
What did I text you? I said, love is not real.
Yes, you did. You did.
Love,
and I was just
true
like.
love does not exist.
And then I was like, oh, but Kimberly, wait, let me put on my sleuth glasses and find out as much information about this that I can. So, number one, before this happened, there was like 2.5 months that Pumpkin was not posting anything on social media. Now, keep in mind, this is someone who posts every day her Bloom mixture, her Yeti cup mixture with all the sweets and all that kind of stuff. If she's cooking something, she'll post it. If she does TikTok dances, all of that. So there's nothing from her, and she's not even doing live sales for her sister's closet.
My sister wife's
boutique.
closet, which
could not.
It's a total ripoff. Come on.
And I'm just like, this shit's from Temu, but. Do you whatever. So she's not even doing that, and everyone's like, where's Pumpkin? Then there's like this rumor that's swirling on TikTok and on the Reddit that Pumpkin's under investigation for child endangerment, which we have watched this show and
we have eyes.
I think anyone who said we have eyes and we're like, well, this could be true.
Honestly, the baby talk that they encourage in their children should be
Like,
child
why?
endangerment.
Why does she call that man Dada?
What?
That is so stupid.
I
Dada?
cannot. They would do like that, and then
Yeah.
it's like that's how their kids are going to talk.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
I
That's
don't have children, but you're not supposed to talk to them like that forever.
No, you're not, because you want them to build their vocabulary. You know
Right.
what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we talk to babies around here like adults.
Yeah.
Like this is your language. Learn it now. Learn it
Uh-huh.
quickly. So that's going on. Alana does a few TikTok lives, and people are like, "What about this investigation? Investigation? What you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So then all of a sudden, they announced that they're getting a divorce, and everyone was like, "What the fuck? Like, what happened?" Like,
Yeah.
we see them on TV, but then, like I said, I watch them on TikTok, and I've heard rumors that Josh just really doesn't like to work at all, and he doesn't like to really help out. He's nothing like what we see on TV. I don't know if this is true or not. It's just what I've heard. So today I get on the Reddit, and this woman has posted this video. She's like, I'm nosy. And so I went straight to look up, CPS reports and child investigations.
No one
Yes.
is a better detective than the Reddit reality
Yes.
threads. They could
Yes.
be solving murders. It's so impressive.
Yes, I love it. Like, I get into a deep dive, and I'm just like, I feel like
And
I
they're
solved the
right.
case.
Like their
Yes.
theories are right 90% of the time because
I
they
agree.
really like build a murder wall with red
Yeah.
string and they have the facts.
Yes.
They have the receipts.
They get all the facts.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this lady posts this video. She's like, so I looked it up, and there was nothing under, CPS, child endangerment, or anything like that.
Okay.
But she did see where there is an investigation with the Atlanta Police Department. So what has happened is that Draylen was dating a girl before he started dating Alana.
Okay.
The girl was 15. He snuck into her house. He was, I guess, 18, 19. Let's just say 18. I can't remember the age.
Yeah.
And he had sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents found out, and there was an investigation, but they didn't want him to like ruin his life, blah, 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 blah. So what does he do? He just goes on to another girl. He goes on to Alana.
Mm-hmm.
So Alana did
also underage.
also underage.
Yeah.
She does an interview saying that she's got this great boyfriend, but she's 15 when she does the interview. I've got this great boyfriend. We've been dating. I love him so much. Turns 16, does another interview, and she's there with Draylen. This is my boyfriend I've been telling you guys about, alluding to the fact that when she was 15, she was dating this guy who should not have been dating me.
Right.
And Pumpkin approved all of this. Pumpkin also allowed Alana to live with Draylen. So them living in Colorado together was not the first time that they lived together. Rumor is that they have been living together for at least like a year to 2 years together. And this was approved by Pumpkin.
And when Josh and Pumpkin got together, wasn't he much older than her?
Yes. This is just how they do.
This is the pattern. Yeah.
Yes. So someone, for some odd reason, has caught wind of this. And now there's an investigation about statutory rape.
Because Draylen is near Pumpkin's children.
So people are thinking that Josh and Pumpkin got a divorce so they don't lose the kids. This way, they're saying, well, when the kids are over here, I won't have Draylen around. And then when Draylen is around, they're with Josh. So the kids are always safe.
What? So they're living separately, separate lives, at least according to the state they are.
Yes. So then
That's
later
insane.
on in the day, turns out that Pumpkin has a new boyfriend already. Yes.
So the divorce is real.
Oh, yeah, it's real.
And not to save the children.
I don't know.
Who's her new boyfriend?
I'll send you a picture of him. He looks like a total loser.
Of course.
Yeah. So
Oh my gosh.
I know. So I'm so glad that they're filming so we can see all of this shit show going down.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot.
And some
they're
people say
acting just
they're
like
doing
June.
this- they're just like June. Some people say they're doing this for the camera. They're doing this so they have a storyline. I think these people are just messes. They're so trashy messes.
I think the people that say that are new to Mama June and they
Yes.
have not been watching all these years. Like, they don't have to make up storylines.
No.
Their whole life is a fucked up storyline. This
I
is just
think
what they
when you
do.
grow up in chaos, you either
Mhm.
seek to replicate that chaos because that's all you know, or you
Right.
go the opposite way and you keep things like very safe and structured and orderly.
Yeah, so I guess Jessica was like, I'm so much not going to be like June. She's like,
Right.
I'm not going to even date men. I'm going to have a
Mhm.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay away from men who are too
Yeah.
old to be sleeping with me. I'm going to go get
Uh-huh.
my degree.
I'm not going to do
and
drugs. I'm not even going to
not
drink
gonna
caffeine because I'm
No.
no, I'm
Yes.
going the complete
Yes.
opposite of my mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm excited about the upcoming season. I don't know what I'm hoping for. The only thing I'm hoping for is that Alana stays in school and doesn't get pregnant by Draylon.
Please, dear God, make sure that girl is on birth control. Can someone this I want someone to step in, even though I'm totally against that. Women should have control over their own bodies. But like
But in this case,
in this case, just let me be in charge, maybe.
yeah, did you take your pill today? Are
Yeah.
you sure? Just give her the shot or something,
Uh-huh.
because she cannot reproduce with this man.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no way.
God.
No.
I
no.
also want Justin to break up with June and become a hospice nurse because I actually
got a
thought he
career
was
in it.
very good at it.
Yeah.
And he could start a company with Mama Dukes. I love Mama Dukes.
Yeah.
I want to see more of Pumpkin eating creamer straight out of the container.
I was like, do these people just want diabetes? Like,
How do they have teeth left in their mouths? Like,
and they're the type of, well, never mind. We know June doesn't have all her teeth.
that's true. Mm-hmm.
But just, I would be
Stomach
afraid
lining,
for my
just like
guts.
everything. Yeah, you're literally you're eroding your stomach lining, just like your
Yeah.
intestines. They're not getting
Mhm.
colon screenings. I'm very concerned.
No.
Yeah.
These people barely wash their hair. I just
Yeah.
don't feel like they go and get regular checkups
No.
at
Mm-mm.
all. No. So I think it was a really good season.
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing this with me.
This
And since you have done
loved
this
it.
favor for me twice, if you guys ever need me on a date with Dateline, I would be of absolutely no help at all.
No, you would be because you're good at analyzing people, and that's what half of what we do is.
Okay. So yeah, if you guys ever need me, call me. I am there. Would love to do it. Give everyone all your information so they can follow you on social media and they can know where to find the podcast.
Dateline on Instagram, and I'm still on Twitter sometimes, but mostly Instagram. And yeah, follow A Date with Dateline. And we do have a second podcast, A Date with the Bake, that's about Great British Bake Off and where they don't use box cakes.
Ooh.
And so that will be starting again in the fall. So make sure you're
Oh,
following
nice.
that. Yeah.
Okay. And you guys, if you follow them on Instagram, they're really funny on there. Like, I don't know who does all of the Instagram stories.
That's me.
But they're so funny. I always get a
I
chuckle
just share
when I
things
look
that
on
people
there.
send me. I'm a curator of memes.
I am too. Someone would think I was a serial killer if they looked through my phone and saw all the memes.
Yeah,
that
I
I'm
love
just like,
memes.
I'm like, I'm saving this for a day that's like it's 90 degrees outside. I've got that meme ready.
Yes.
I am ready for it. I'm like, no, I'm going to save this one for, whenever there's a hurricane coming that way.
Do you
I've got the
ever
perfect
actually go
meme.
back though? Do you ever remember?
Sometimes I do.
Okay,
And then
that's
sometimes I'm like
impressive.
looking through and I'm like, fuck, I
I
forgot to
missed
post
that.
that.
I was saving
Yes.
that for St. Patrick's Day. That
Yes,
funny meme.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I got to wait all the way to St. Patrick's Day to come next year.
Yep.
But I'm ready with the meme. So,
Mhm.
Kimberly, thank you so much. This was enjoyable as always.
Thank
and
you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
absolutely. And thanks to all of our listeners. And we will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
It's the Libra Lounge. The Libra Lounge. Ooh.